Hey, what's going on everybody? Justin here, and in this video I want to share the 8 books that I was able to acquire over the course of May, and I feel really good because I think we spent only like $20 on all 8 books, so that's pretty good. One of them at the end I will show is an arc. If you haven't seen it already in the past couple of videos where I've mentioned it briefly, I think on like 1 or 2 of them. So stick around for that if you want to. But yeah, we got some nature stuff, some history stuff, philosophy stuff. Let's just go ahead and get started. So the first 2 here, my wife found at like a garage sale for like $1 or $2 a piece. And the first one here is Time and Tide in Acadia, Seasons on Mount Desert Island by Christopher Camuto. For those who don't know, I do live in Maine, and we go to Acadia. I have to, for like my mental health here, I have to go to Acadia at least like a couple times every year, just to like relax and be in like the ocean, the mountains, forest, everything like that. But I have a whole, like, whenever I get to like a library tour, I got like, I wouldn't say it's a whole shelf, but I got a section probably about like that big of just like Maine books, just like different essays or memoirs and stuff on like people like living in Maine, and that's what this one is. It's just about like a person who, it's like going kind of by like the seasons and stuff, living on the coast, doing things like in Acadia and Mount Desert Island and everything. So yeah, like I said, it just kind of fits in with my stuff, and I'll probably bring it like on like one of my vacations there, and I kind of just like read it like by the campfire and stuff. And the second one is An Outdoor Family Guide to Acadia National Park by Lisa Evans. This is from like the 90s, so I'm not 100% sure how accurate some of this is. I do have some of those as well, I think. I'm not 100% sure if I have a lot of like Acadia specific ones. I know I have like a hiking one. But this is just, you know, family activities and kid-friendly activities that you can do on Mount Desert Island. So I think it'll be like kind of fun. Though there are like some hidden stuff for people that go there a lot. Like you kind of like learn like little paths that are like off the record now, just because they're kind of dangerous in a way. We'll have to see if some of those are like in there. But anyways, so those are those 2. Now let's move on to some of the philosophy books. So I definitely want to do a plug. Hold on, let me go get the 3rd book. Okay, so I lied. Apparently it's 9 books. I counted 8, but I was missing 1. But anyways, I just want to do a plug for my philosophy Discord server. I'll leave a link down below. If you're interested in like a layman's introduction to, I wouldn't say it's an introduction, just a layman's conversation, like Discord server on philosophy. We got over a dozen members already, which I was actually kind of surprised. I was hoping for like 5, and we definitely passed that, so that's actually pretty cool. We're going to be starting with Plato Symposium. I got the Robin Waterfield translation just because I enjoy the Oxford World Classics like editions and stuff. Just wanted to kind of add that to the collection. But I got a couple other books on Plato as well. This is only like 100 pages, just called Plato, and it's part of like some philosopher, like the kind of profile different philosophers. The Past Master series by R.M. Hare. It was pretty well regarded for only being 100 pages, so for like $2.50 or whatever, I picked that one up and I was like, yeah, I can't really beat that, and if, you know, I don't learn anything from it, I'm not out too much. And then there's also Plato by Julia Annis, A Brief Insight, and I know she's pretty famous as like a Platonic scholar and stuff. However, she also wrote the very short introduction to Plato, which I don't have. Like these like little very short introductions that I always like kind of talk about and stuff. So I'm not 100% sure if this is like the same thing, or if like the 2 books are basically the same and just kind of like rebranded and stuff. So I'll be interested in learning that. But like I said, she is really well regarded in like Plato scholarship and I think I found it for like $3. So I was like, you know, might as well and stuff. So like I said, we're starting with Plato Symposium because it's a pretty easy, straightforward one. I think it's only about like 85 pages depending on like the edition and stuff. And yeah, we got some good conversations going already. So like I said, I'll probably plug that for a little while. Anytime philosophy stuff comes up, but I encourage you to join us. Most of us don't know anything really about philosophy, so we're just kind of winging it and trying to, like I said, just like learn from like the texts themselves and be real chill and cool about it. So there you have it. I did pick up another philosophy book when on that like kind of used book sale, and it's Being Logical, A Guide to Good Thinking by D.Q. McInerney. And this is just a really good book on like being introduced to like logic and reasoning and stuff. I actually did take a formal logic class in college, but that was 1,000 years ago, so I feel like it'll be kind of like a good refresher on like learning like philosophical arguments and you know, different, I guess, logical fallacies and things like that. So yeah. Next up, we got 2 medieval history books, and both of them are by Francis and Joseph Guise. We got Women in the Middle Ages, The Lives of Real Women in a Vibrant Age of Transition, and Marriage and Family in the Middle Ages. I was kind of hoping this one was going to be in like this like kind of renewed style, but I guess you take what you can get when they're like $2 a piece and stuff. But anyways, I really enjoy their medieval lives series. They got Life in a Medieval City, Castle, and Village. Really enjoy them. But they've got like a ton of other books as well, like kind of on medieval history, and I've never read any of them. So I figured, you know, for a historathon, I'm doing really bad with my medieval reading, and I figured one of these might like kind of help turn the tide in my endeavors, because like I've just been like I said, just starting a couple and then not really like continuing with them like at the time, just because I'm like just not in the mood for medieval history right now for whatever reason, even though this is the quarter to read it in. And then lastly, here is the ARC that I was able to get from Crown Publishing, so thank you so much for that. And it's Sing Like Fish, How Sound Rules Life Underwater by Emarina Kingdon. And this is all about all the different sounds and noises and songs that different animals use under the surface of the water to communicate with each other's similar species, warnings to predators, things like that. And it's not just fish. Obviously we got like cetaceans, you know, humpback whales. You got, you know, dolphins doing their echolocation, but there's also things like mantis shrimp and everything, like just making all these crazy noises with their like super fast punches and stuff. If you don't know anything about that, definitely look that up. It's pretty crazy. But you also have like different fish, you know, that use like air sacs and things to like make percussive noises throughout the water and everything. So I think I'm going to learn a ton. It's got really good reviews on the back from like 4 different people I really enjoy. Carl Safina, who's like, he's tied for like my favorite nature writer. So Carl Safina, Cy Montgomery, Kat Warren, and Mark Kalansky. So I think this is going to be a real banger of a book, and I'm hoping like I learn a ton, because it's a topic I don't really know a whole lot about, to be honest, especially the actual fish portions. I basically know nothing about. So like I said, I'm hoping it's written well, and I will just learn a ton from it. So there you have it. Those are actually the 9 books I was able to acquire over the month of May. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite book that you picked up in May was. And always remember, whether you're reading it or not, read victoriously.